I will allow you to just use the ruler because it just works better. But
Okay.
so yeah, that would be 30 feet.
And then I'm just gonna cast Toll the Dead on the one Brody was after.
Okay, so he.
Would it save?
Nope, he gets a 9.
Oh.
Fuck these dice.
$23 damage.
Okay, this Grell eats shit and plops to the
That's
ground.
a heart attack.
Maybe? Do Grell have hearts? I think they're just powered by floating bile. And farts.
And I won't do anything.
Powered by
Bonus
brain
action.
farts.
Brain farts. So, nothing with your bonus action?
No.
Okay. We're back to Telfar. Oh, wait. What? Oh. Hold on.
Forget to put him in the stack.
No, he was in the stack, but you guys killed the one that I had put in the stack. And they had an 8. I'm like, I knew there was something missing here.
If wondering why there's squares in any circles they make from now on, is because I can, instead of trying to move and select the little circle, which is really hard to do, I can just scroll over and select both of them,
Ah, yes.
like a big ol' square instead.
So, this Grell is going to attempt to attack Brody. He gets to make 2 attacks, one with his tentacles and one with his beak. Tentacle attack. Ooh, yeah, this is better dice. Soft 20 to hit.
Nope.
Well, fuck you then. Beak attack. Soft 20 to hit. He misses. This Grell is unhappy with Telfar. Or, I'm not. Sorry. Unhappy with Norte. Yeah, you can do that. He's going to float over here and make 2 attacks. Tentacles. 23 to hit.
Just barely.
That's good enough. So he does a terrifying 9 points of piercing damage, and you need to make a DC 11 Constitution saving throw.
Well, I mean, I got it. I rolled an 18, and then I have like.
So it would be against poison. So
22
you,
total.
so yeah, you have advantage on that save.
Yep.
Yeah, you're like, you call this hard drugs? Ah. And then he's going to make a beak attack on you. 21 probably misses you. Am I right?
Yeah, that misses.
Okay, so other Grell. Let's see here. This Grell, he can't quite get there, but he's gonna try. Because dwarves are delicious. I mean, once you wash them.
I would think they'd be tough. Sinewy. Bitter even.
this girl is gonna hang the corner, and he's gonna move to there, trying to get to Thrick. That's it for the grill. Telfar, what would you like to do?
I reckon I'm gonna choose something again. Probably this one.
Go for it.
Is that the same one I hit earlier?
No, the one you hit earlier, I believe, is dead.
Okay. Well, I'll step out from behind my little pillar there. Do I get my sneak attack on this one?
If you take a bonus action for careful aim, yes.
And that's because there's
Or for steady aim?
flanking, right?
Right. Yeah. It's not in combat within 5 feet of enemies. So.
Well, how about this one then?
Yep. You would get sneak attack on that one.
Alright, we're gonna hit that one instead then.
Okay. And you have advantage because it is all sparkly from his guiding bolt.
Then I will, advantage, and I will take -5 on my hit to add a potential +10 to my damage.
Okay.
So 17 to hit.
That hits.
These guys are aberrations, not fiends, right? So my fiend bonus does not apply to them, yes?
Correct.
Ooh, 4 1s for 28 damage.
That is enough that you kill this guy. God damn it. Hold on, I have to put the grill back on the... See, this is why I don't like Roll20's turn order, is that if the guy that you pick and you put him on there and he dies and you delete him, then he just vanishes from the turn order. And it's like, no, that's not what I wanted, but whatever.
Just like move him into the.
Well, I could just put a red X through him, but that starts to clutter up the board. Telfar, anything? Where do you want to go with your bonus action? I assume you want to stealth again.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go back to hide behind that same pillar.
Okay.
Your best friend, pillar.
My best friend.
All right, go ahead and make your stealth check.
Well, I will take 10 for 39.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I was looking on. So I have a hard time running games that are higher level. So anything that's like 15 plus is, I find to be a bitch, because I find that it's really difficult, even with pre-made campaigns. It's really difficult to challenge your players after 15th level. And somebody else in the D&D community on Twitter was like, "Well, yeah, but that's the good thing. You don't have to worry about that anymore." And I'm like, "What are you talking about?" And they're like, "Well, it doesn't matter anymore. Just throw anything. Oh, you want to have a +3 Holy Avenger? Here you go. You want to be able to cast, Wish every time you turn around? Go ahead. Who cares?" It's like, after that, it's like easy mode for the DM because there's nothing that you can do. And it's been that way all the way since 2nd edition. I'm like, that's kind of true, I guess. I can see your point. Aaron, what would you like to do?
I'll kill this guy, so just take him off the board and move on to the next person.
Right.
We're on easy mode, right?
Yep. Easy mode.
This is a true challenge.
There's no
6 enemies in challenge rate 3.
So he took 50 points of damage.
Jesus. Okay, he's still up, but you can see like purple gas floating or puffing out of the side where this arrow is sticking out of this floating brain thing.
Okay. That's my bonus action. I'll snicker and point at him.
Brody.
So the one in front of me is still hanging on?
Yep.
Alright, I'll kick him. 15 hit? Is that hit?
It does it.
Okay. 12?
Okay.
And then 29 hits.
Yep.
For another 9.
Okay.
And one more for good effect. 30. For the 30 to hit. For another 12.
Okay. He's still up. Narate, what would you like to do?
I am going to move a tiny bit in front of me, and I'm going to smush this guy with my hammer.
Go for it.
That is a 22 to hit.
Yes.
And you better 36 damage.
Oof. He is still up.
I assume he's hurting.
Oh yeah, he's that smart's bad. And you hear a whisper, I can't believe that.
Yeah, I'm good at smushing things with hammers.
Anything with a bonus action. Or movement.
I think I'll move over to this one.
Okay, he will if you move away from him, he will get an attack of opportunity on you.
Okay.
Okay? So he will try to whip out with his tentacles. He has 10-foot reach. He misses you with a 16.
Yep.
Alright. Cancel. What would you like to do?
The jump, Bluey.
Wow. So, Narate, Thrick, and it looks like just the right shoulder of Brody needs to make dexterity saving throws.
Alright.
And the Grell fail with a 16.
$21 for Norite.
Okay.
What was the save?
Yeah, what's the save?
19.
Okay. Made it.
And Thrick?
No, I failed.
Okay. What's your damage, Cancel?
I had a number, but then I said a number, and now that version.
Now you're completely baffled as what the original number was.
Be good enough for me. Yeah, 29. I mean, no.
So this guy is dead. This guy is dead. This guy is still up, but very badly burned.
I'm still alive down here.
I'm still alive down here.
Hey, how much damage?
29.
Oh, so nothing bad.
Not a lot. Much better than it could have been.
Yeah, my real goal is to find something like I was beaten on Narite with the Planetar and like do that to Thrick. It's not as easy as it sounds. Thrick, what would you like to do? No, wait a minute. Yeah, no, I was right. Thrick, what would you like to do?
Okay. I'll run over to the one Naruto's attacking and attack with my Sunblade.
Go for it.
23 to hit.
Yes, that hits.
Uh, 17 damage.
Okay. That kills this guy. Let me see if there's anything else in here. It does not appear that there is. So you have exits in this room, and now that you're far enough over, you see that there's another knight statue down here in the western alcove. And this statue looks like it's about 6 foot 11 inches tall. And the placard at the bottom of this statue says Zalthar. And it also has the House Shadow Dusk symbol. Out of this fancy foyer, you have a set of double doors to the west, a set of double doors to the east, and 2 sets of double doors to the north. I will let you talk amongst yourself. I will be right back. I don't know how I used that chair for so long for gaming. I feel like somebody just like pulled one of my ribs out.
Huh?
I'm getting too used to that gaming chair.
So, head north. That works.
We should head.
Yeah, I want to see what it looks like. Chris said this whole thing looks like a grand foyer, an entryway into somewhere. So yeah, gotta check it all out.
Okay.
Down to start with the north.
So which way are we going? Left, right, ahead?
So left.
Alright.
Explore everything, but we're ignorant right now, so.
I don't know why this.
Random.
I don't know why this just popped into my head, but this is pertinent to you. Have you seen the episode of Family Guy where Peter goes to Borders Books looking for a book because they're trying to for something to help them potty train Stewie?
Huh?
He goes to Borders Books And the salesperson comes up, oh, is there anything I can help you find? He says, yeah, I'm trying to potty train my kid, and I need a self-help book that'll, teach me how to do that. Oh, so you're looking for Everybody Poops. No, we're Catholic. Oh, so you want the book entitled That's Concentrated Evil Coming Out of the Backside of You, and you should be ashamed forever. Yeah, that's the one.
That's the one.
So, what did you guys decide? East, west, north?
Left.
Well, left is always west. So, I learned that by looking at this map.
Left is always left.
So, left? Is that the plan? You're going through the western double doors?
Sure.
Okay. So, Thrick's already there, so I'm assuming that Thrick's going to open the door.
Sure, but I want to go first.
We're gonna get them all. We're gonna do Pokemon on this level.
Oh, yeah.
So, Thrick, I gotta find something for this. Oh, I don't even know. Yeah, that'll work. There's 4 of these guys. I mean, I know that these are free assets, but look how big this box is compared to the size of the... It's like, what the hell I mean, come on. Were you guys just phoning it in that day?
That's pretty cool.
So, Thrick, you open the door, and you see these... Actually, he's not up there. He's down here, too. You see to your left when you open the door, there are 4 Nothics. Nothics are these demented-looking little creatures. I say little, I think... Yeah, they're medium size, but they are hunched over, they're buck naked, but not that matters because they're shaped like Ken dolls. They've got bumps in all the wrong places, especially along their spine, and they have one gigantic eye in the middle of their head, and no hair, and they are all babbling to one another and looking at this wall. And they are chattering and whispering, and you can't really make out what languages do you speak?
I'm an Elvish Draconic.
So,
Hold
any
on.
language I can hear, I can understand.
Right, but he opened the door, so hold on. So,
Rotate and speak deep speech.
so, Thrick, again, what languages are you? What do you speak?
Common Elvish Draconic. So,
Yeah,
yes, alright.
you can't understand anything these guys are speaking. Telfar, are you coming over to the door?
Absolutely.
So, Norate, you speak Undercommon, right?
Yes.
Okay. What about Aaron?
Oh no, I deleted my Telfar.
The
Dope!
only thing, Aaron's extra language is Orcish. He's rousting people up on the surface as a guard.
Okay.
Not terribly useful down here.
What does Brody speak?
Everything.
Everything?
Everything. And fist.
So, so these guys are all speaking in Undercommon, and they are a lot of what they're saying to one another doesn't make any sense, but they are poring over a wall carving. So this this entire L-shaped hallway from 7 to up here where there's a stairwell is covered in carvings of, well, you're not sure. Everybody make a insight check.
It's 24 for Thrick.
Excuse me. 19.
Nice. What about cancel?
21.
Brody?
Oh, 19.
Narate.
19.
And Telfar, you got a 16?
Yep.
So, what you believe these carvings are is that you think that these are carvings of deceased members of the Shadow Dusk family. And these Nothics oh yeah. This Nothic turns and sees you guys looking at them through the door and lets out a screech, and everybody roll initiative. Nice. Big Dice is treating me nice. All right, Brody, what'd you got?
20 even.
Okay. Yeah. 20. Okay. Did everybody put theirs in?
I would have, but there's no Telfar in the turn.
Oh shit! Right, sorry. Let me re-add you. There you go, Telfar.
17, I'll put in.
All right, so Reddy's up here with a 20. Cancel is up here. Cancel, you got an 18, right? Nothic is what? Aaron's got an 18. Norte is at 16. Yep. Telfar 17. Thrick 8. Okay. Brody, what would you like to do?
Punch him.
You're gonna run in and punch them. Let me. I know you have a shit ton of movement, but let's see. You're gonna probably want to punch this guy.
Yeah.
The screamer.
The screamer. Punch the screamer.
You're a fucking nerd. Wanna sweep the leg?
Sweep the leg. Put him in a body bag, Johnny. What was that guy's name?
Oh, his dorky buddy, yeah, with the shitty hair.
Is that
Yeah.
what is
Man.
that? Is it 16 hit?
Yes.
12.
Okay.
13. And
13's a miss.
oh no, it was like 30 to hit.
Oh, yeah.
13 damage.
Okay.
And then 24 to hit.
Yep.
And 11 damage.
Okay.
That's it for me. Bring it, bitch.
Poke him in the eye.
Poke him in.
He's only got the one. Cancel. What would you like to do?
This is rude.
Jesus. All right. See what you guys created by taunting him to get fireball? You see what you did?
Yeah. Yeah.
I blame all of you.
I'm pretty sure it was all part of the master plan.
Yeah.
When did this would happen?
It's
Yes.
the DM to start having 55-gallon kegs of Everclear and oil stored around the dungeon.
Right. 18 to save.
Oh.
Oh. Alright, well I guess they're gonna take full damage.
Do I need to save?
No, you are just outside that blast radius. You're gonna be like, ah.
Ah, it's so toasty.
You might get a little bit of a suntan, but or like when you're turning meat and you're doing it slow on a grill and you're like, fuck, I need to get me an UV glove.
I'm no good.
32 damage.
Okay, so this guy is dead, but the other three are still up.
That's all. Fine.
And you hear a whisper, that just wasn't right.
That's not right.
Aaron, what would you like to do?
Oh, I will move up to here, and seeing how we're still having wisps of smoke come off of the walls and all the fleshy bits that are in there, I will use my offhand and start flicking pain at them. So there's that's a what? That's a 12. That'll miss.
So what are you doing?
Eldritch Blast.
Oh, finger guns. Gotcha.
Yeah. So I get 4 shots. And it looks like one will hit. I don't know if the other 16
16, 28 hit. 12 and 10 miss.
will hit. Alright. So the 16 is to... Oh, well, I had 4 blasts. So I'll look at 16 does 4 damage. The 28 does 5 damage.
Okay, to one guy, or did you?
To 2 guys.
Okay, so this guy
I'm just
and
spreading it out.
this guy. Gotcha.
Yep.
Okay. And you hear a whisper. Oh, he's one of those. He's not very nice.
We're not. None of us are nice.
The Nothics.
We didn't even ask them what was up or nothing. Or
No.
if they have like a cup of sugar to borrow because we're from upstairs. No, we just kill them.
And this Nothic, how far can he go? Get that far. Okay, so one Nothic is going to attack Brody
Alright.
with 2 claw attacks.
Sure. Bring it.
It It stares at Brody. Brody, you need to make a DC 12 Constitution saving throw.
Alright. Made it.
Okay. So it tried to use Rotting Gaze on you and failed. The other Nothic is going to attack Aaron with 2 claw attacks. And that's not going to do it with a 6. 18 to hit.
21's the target.
Oh. The last Nothic stared before it ran away, stared at Aaron. Aaron, you need to make you need to make a charisma deception check versus DC 12.
$27 deception.
Okay, so it stares at you and then runs away. You feel it used an ability called Weird Insight, and you feel like you were probed to try and learn some secret about you. Telfar, what would you like to do?
Well, I reckon Telfar's been kind of peeking through the doors, watching, and he saw somebody take off running. Is that right?
Yep.
And by my ruler, that looks to be about 60 feet away if I fly.
Yes.
And that is my flying movement speed. So Telfar is gonna shoot over everyone's heads and try to chase down the one that just dipped out.
Okay, and what's your plan when you get there?
Well, probably gonna hang back about right here, but yeah.
Okay,
Shoot at.
go for it.
Definitely gonna shoot at it.
Shoot it.
$22 to hit.
That hits.
Another 1. 9 damage.
Okay, he takes. Well,
I'm ready to
actually,
get my real dice out. This thing's mistreating me today.
he takes it. He's still alive, but he is limping and dragging and bleeding profusely.
Is he prone?
He is not prone. Oh wait, you used a walloping bolt, didn't you?
I didn't specifically say so, but
Well, he got an 11 on his strength save, so he wouldn't be prone anyways. But he is severely messed up.
yeah, I don't. I think with the rest of my movement and my bonus action, Telfar will dip back around this corner.
Okay, you want to make another stealth check?
Yeah.
Well, this guy, well, he's preoccupied, so you could probably still hide.
If you think so.
Yeah, I think so. His back's turned to you.
Oh, taking 10 for a 39.
Okay. Norite, what would you like to do?
Well, I think I'm gonna smash him. Move it in here. And smash this one.
Go for it.
$19 to hit.
Yes.
$30 damage.
Jesus. So, yeah, you bring your hammer down and literally drive.
Smash him into a million
Yeah,
pieces.
you drive this guy into the floor. He's a grease stain on the floor.
Bonk.
Anything with a bonus action or more movement.
I'll move up to this guy.
Okay? You can do that.
Wait a minute. Yeah, I can make it. I'm going to move to this guy.
Okay. You can do that. And last but not least, Threck, what would you like to do?
I will I guess move up to the closest one and hit it with my sunblade.
Go for it.
23 to hit.
That hits.
With 13 damage.
Okay. This guy, you gut him with your lightsaber.
And then with my remaining movement, I will move over here.
Okay.
I not do anything for my bonus.
Okay. Brody, what would you like to do?
I want to try and run down the one that got away.
Okay. So, what kind of movement do you
Take a
have?
bonus dash action. I got 55 normal.
Oh yeah, you can get there.
Okay. All right.
You can make an attack.
All right. 20
Yes.
for a whopping 8.
Okay.
Shall we be cruel? Have him make a saving throw versus their strength. Or
No, he gets a 5 on a
Alright.
save.
Then move him 10 feet back towards everybody else.
Oh shit. Norite, well, it's not his movement, so Norite doesn't get an attack of opportunity.
Then I'll close and kick him again
Okay.
for 6.
Okay.
Have him make the save again.
Oh shit. No. Anything else?
No.
Okay. Cancel. What would you like to do?
I'll move here and firebolt him.
All right. Go ahead and make your attack.
16.
What'd you get?
No. 16.
Yep, that hits.
Only thing lower than that could be a nat 1. That is a 2 on the die.
I love it when I roll that and people are like, "Oh, yeah, you just barely hit me." I'm like, "Yeah, I rolled like a 3." Oh shit.
24.
Okay, yeah. So you hit this guy and he just burns up into a little pile of ash. So in this L-shaped room, like I said, you've determined that there are carvings on the walls here that are it looks like they are carvings of deceased members of the Shadow Dust family. It's a kind of a gallery of those who came before. And to the north here, there is a stairwell that leads down. There is a double set of doors leading to the west here. And then down here you have a door, 2 doors to the south, a single door to the north, and a set of double doors to the west. What do you guys want to do?
I think Telfire's gonna start listening at doors, starting with the one to the south.
Okay, so which door do you want to go to the south?
The one that's directly south of me.
So number 5. Okay, so you
Yeah.
are at the door. You hear nothing. Make a perception check.
Ooh. I'm gonna take 10 on that for 21.
The door is extremely cold. Like if you hold your hand on it for longer than 30 seconds, it's bone-chilling cold.
We found their fridge.
Yep, it's the refrigerator.
The freezer, yep.
All
Well,
right.
I will
step it.
relay this information to my companions
Okay?
Alright.
and I don't know, probably move on to the door.
Get ready. I'll kick it open.
We have Shamish's replacement. For tonight's game, Brody will be playing the part of Shamish.
Special guest star.
So, Telfar, are you going to move to the other southern door?
Yes.
Okay. You hear, make a perception check.
I'll take 10 for 21.
You hear in this room the sounds of pots and pans and stirring, and you can hear a crackling fire from inside.
This one sounds like a kitchen, y'all.
You want me to open it?
The kitchen goes well with the refrigerator.
That makes sense.
I mean, it's up to y'all. I'm not the door kicker.
All right, ready in action. I'm kicking the door.
Which door?
6.
So you kick open the door to 6.
Yep.
Room contains an iron stove with a crackling fire inside of it. There are 3 wooden tables for preparing food and a cupboard holding silver utensils and dishware. Moving about the room, floating by themselves as if held by people, you can see that there are mixing bowls, and you see the oven to the stove open, and you see like some garlic bread get pulled out, and it just floats up and lands over by itself.
All right.
Cancel, make an Arcana check.
They're unseen servants.
It's like there's servants working in there, but they're invisible.
Yes,
They're somehow unseen.
they are unseen servants. Yes.
I attacked the stove.
I attack the darkness.
So what's next? 7?
I'll listen at 4. It's a 24 perception on 4A.
Okay.
Well, wait a minute. No. What? All right.
I know, we're not letting you kick open every door one right after another. We're actually learning something ahead of time. I'm sorry. My apologies.
So, what'd you get, Carl?
24. 24?
So, you hear in beyond these doors, you can hear what sounds like the crackling of thick paper, and like wadding up butcher paper. And then you can also hear very faintly like more insane gibbering in Undercommon.
Okay. I'll share that. Telfar can go listen at 7. Or wherever.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm totally into that.
You want to listen to at 7?
Yep.
Okay.
Yes. Do it.
You hear nothing, but make a perception check.
I'll take 10 for 21.
Listening at this door, you don't hear anything, but you feel a sudden sense of calm compared to the surroundings since you've reached this level.
The whisper of gibbering seems to die down.
Oh, Telfar likes this door. He's gonna have to see what's behind it. It makes him feel good.
So you're gonna open that door?
Well, I mean, stealthily.
Okay. You peek in and you see that there is an incomplete statue that's partially hewn from marble standing in the middle of the room. The stone is carved into the rough shape of a humanoid. Make a religion check.
Ooh, yeah, pass.
RJ,
Want me to do it?
Should I come in and make a religion check?
Other than that, you don't see anything else in this room.
Yeah, religion checks don't fit with my roleplay style. So Telfar's just gonna be like, huh, a shiny. Interesting, a half-finished statue.
Source of knowledge.
I can make a religion check.
Okay. Go ahead and make your religion check.
Hang on. Uh, 25.
On 25, you realize that this is a rough, unfinished statue of the god Torm, who is the god of duty, loyalty, and law.
Helm's brother-in-law.
More or less, yeah. Yeah, there's the triumvirate. There's Helm, Torm, and shit. There's another one, and I can't remember their name.
Garm.
Isn't it like
Steve,
Tear of Fire or something?
Helm, Torm, and Steve.
Steve.
And Steve.
Great god,
Yeah, Steve. Yeah, no, there's three gods that are. There's Helm, Torm, and another one that are like the Order of the Gauntlet gods that are the archetypical paladin gods. So, what do you guys want to do from here?
I'm gonna go kick open number 8, run inside, and scream real loud.
Okay. You kick open the door to 8. Make a perception check.
Oh yeah. 26?
Oh, nice.
You see nothing.
Mm.
It's not Ilmater, is it?
In the ceiling, you see that there is a fissure that's 5 feet wide, and it looks like it's a natural fissure. So, the ceiling is vaulted like most of the rooms in this hall, but it looks like, and you guys are aware of this, that there are underground earthquakes every so often, and it looks like a natural fissure has formed in the ceiling. A rectangular stone table with 10 chairs stands at the center of this room, and the table and the floor around it are strewn with debris from the crumbling ceiling. On the west wall is a great tapestry. It depicts a noble wedding inside a vast chamber that has shadowy tentacles sprouting from the dark corners.
The picture does, or the tapestry?
The tapestry is an image of this wedding, and at the corners of this tapestry you see that there are like tentacles coming into the picture.
Here, and help me bag up this tapestry.
Kick the tapestry? Are you suggesting
So
there's
they have the
something
official-
behind the tapestry, or
No,
it's just a
The-
weird picture?
it's just a picture. So it'd be like if there was a picture of tentacle, like where this little
Okay.
half moon thing is.
All right.
It looks like there's tentacles
All right.
coming up.
I mean,
As they had the seamstresses there making that tapestry during the wedding, then it was attacked, and the tentacles got sewn into the tapestry as it happened.
nice.
The tapestry is worth 750 gold pieces, but it weighs 50 pounds.
That's what bags the whole
I mean, it seems like a real work of art. We gotta put that in the
You seem duty bound to loot everything.
If you think that's good, you just wait. Make a DC 18 charisma deception check.
Charisma deception check.
Mhm.
16?
So,
Or would I be making an insight check?
nope.
back.
What is a secret about your character?
I don't know. Is he afraid of spiders?
Is he?
Sure.
Okay.
There was this one time in college, everybody got really drunk.
I guess it could be a fact or secret. You don't really have any secrets.
If you-
Are you
if
immune to
done
being
those-
charmed?
Nope.
Okay.
I'm immune to poison and disease.
So, trying to think of what fact he would learn from you about the group. Well,
I think everybody walks real slow.
He likes to kick open doors.
why kick open doors? Kind of digs the whole door kicking thing that the Dragonborn Paladin was doing.
When he was a little baby, he was abused by a door. It's never got over it.
I would say that he probably, the fact probably learned that the most important fact would be that you are here to end Hallister. Would be the most obvious fact that it learned. Okay. Other than that, there's nothing else in here. Like I said, you see the fissure up above.
Yeah. I say, don't go in there. The ceiling has anal fissures.
What do you guys want to do from here?
Terrible room.
That room's awful.
You thought blood on the floor was bad.
That's why I like Chipotle.
I attempt to kick open the frozen door.
Okay. You kick open the frozen door. This chamber is kept magically cold. There are shelves that line every wall. All of them are stacked with wine, ale, and perishable food. There are several wooden casks of drinkable water, ale, and wine along the wall.
Hey guys, there's free food in here.
Yeah, there
Are
are.
there any remarkable vintages or exotic things that we might not have at the Troll Skull?
Gonna say, check that ale. Might be your mushroom stout.
So, there's nothing particularly. You do find one keg of Dark Lake Stout. There is a keg of wine, and emblazoned on the side of the keg is a winery that you've never heard of before. It is the Wizard of Wine's Winery, and below it, it says that this is a keg of Champagne de l'Estampe. And it refers to a vintage year that you think would be impossible. It shows a vintage year of 892.
Wasn't that from Strahd or whatever?
Good memory. Good memory.
Well. This looks vintage and exotic and possibly profitable.
No.
It'll cut down on the tavern costs. if we just bring our own stuff up here.
So while they're stuffing bottles of wine into the bag of holding, I'll open the door to 4A.
Okay. So you're gonna open 4A. You open 4A.
I'll follow him. I don't have any interest in food.
Okay, hold on here.
Are there ants in there?
What?
Are there ants in 4A?
No.
It looks like an ant farm somehow.
Right. I was like, what? Are you? Yeah, kind of.
Oh, that's a big ant.
You never know. Termites.
It's a
They said crinkling paper. Could have been termites.
Hell wasps.
Yeah.
Man, I broke out the hell wasps with my Saturday night group. All I had to do was tell them the week before. I'm like, oh yeah, next week you're going to be going into a hell wasp nest. They had fucking nightmares about that for like 2 weeks straight. They're like, oh, I don't want to. Oh my god! I'm like, you guys are a bunch of Nancy's. That's what you are. So you open the door to 4A, and there is a Grell nest in here, and they've built this up out of paper.
It's paper mache.
Yeah, it's like a wasp hive, but kind of like a little. If you didn't know better, you would think that it was really creative kids' paper mache fort, because it only comes up about 10 feet, and there's like a little maze in there. But there are Grell that are nesting in there. Everybody roll initiative. More Grell. Hold on, I have to look up Grell again. Grell are just kind of creepy.
They're adorable. What you're talking about.
They're cuddly. They like to give hugs
Come here,
with
little-
poisonous stings.
And you don't want to get away from there either.
No, they didn't do so well this
Yes, you
time.
might want to, but you can't anyway. That's how good they are with bugs.
Brody, what'd you got?
24.
Nice. Everybody put theirs in.
Aaron did.
I put mine in.
Okay.
Unfortunately, yes.
Yes.
Wow, Thrick with the 25. Jesus.
Yeah, nat 20.
And cancel with the whole big 5.
On the other side.
So, Thrick, I would imagine that Aaron opens the door and these Grell see him and they're pissed off because it's their nest. I think Aaron would probably let out a little shriek being by himself. You can hear this. What do you want to do? Well, first, I want to take a big swig of this wine.
I moved there, and
Ready a fireball.
I ready a fireball as if there.
Everybody should ready a fireball.
Hey, we're over there.
Even the rogue.
We can just do anything we
Yeah.
want.
I guess fireball. I played a stupid barbarian for years, and I liked the magic user, so I would tell the DM I cast fireball, and a couple times I caught him asleep at the switch, and he let it go off.
That's funny.
Well, you could cast bless or something like that if you wanted to buff Aaron.
No.
Nah.
Ready for
No.
it.
Yeah.
It's just 1d4. You know, I'm gonna ready a guiding pull if I see any of them through the door, or like, if I see any of them.
Okay. All right. So you ready guiding bolt for the first grill that you see. Brody, what would you like to do?
I'm gonna motor right towards him. We'll take a dash.
Okay. So what is your dash?
110.
Ah! Yeah, you can get up there.
Alright. I could almost make it a normal move.
Almost, yeah. Okay.
Now, if I can do that as a bonus action, do I still get to take actions, or do I always have to take a bonus after?
So, no. If you can move that with your bonus action, then you get a regular action.
Alright. Let's move on in and punch somebody.
So you could be right there.
Yeah, see, you should have let me kick the
You
door.
want to punch that guy?
Yeah,
All right.
I want to punch every guy.
Punch them all!
There's a-
Well, we can move you. We can move, yeah, we can say that you have this guy and this guy
Alright.
are beatable.
Does a 20 hit?
It does.
Alright. He can take 12 and make a saving throw.
All right. Fuck. See, I didn't warm the dice up, so I rolled a 2.
Alright. So he's stunned.
Okay. Derpy derp.
Oh,
Next attack. Same guy?
no. Other guy.
Okay.
Other guy gets a nat 20. So
Oh.
he gets 16 total.
Okay.
Gets to make a saving throw.
God damn it. 6.
Nope.
So he's stunned.
Yeah.
So 2 of them get derpy face.
And that's it for me.
Okay. So. Hold on here. Fine. We got there he is. Here. From the north, you can hear screeching like ah and like scratching on stone. Norte, what would you like to do?
I will probably use up all my movement to get to here.
Okay, you can do that.
Should I cast Fireball? I think I should cast Fireball
Everyone should cast fireball.
into the room.
Okay,
Always.
Could Brody handle that?
he has evasion, so yeah.
Yeah.
Just call it an experiment.
Okay, so you cast Fireball. The Grell only get a 13. like a 19. It's high.
I made 23, so
Okay, so Brody will take no damage.
24 with the bonus.
They all take about 42 damage.
42. So this guy is dead, and this guy is dead. The rest of them are not. Okay.
But they're burned up pretty bad.
Yeah, they're
Paper
crispy.
mache flammable.
No, that's a good point. Yeah. Yes, their nest has caught fire.
Uh-oh.
Next turn, they will take an additional D4 damage from the flames of their nest.
Oh, now you have a bunch of angry wasps after you.
That's all right.
Telfar, what would you like to do?
Well, kind of far away from all the action, but I can hear that ish going on.
Yeah, you can hear yells, and I mean this L-shaped hallway. It's made of stone, so it carries, sound pretty well.
I will do a let's see, I get dash as a bonus action, so I'll just dash all the way up in here.
Okay, you can do that.
And then still be able to attack something, yeah?
Yep.
Yep. I re-roll one.
Hooray!
24 to hit.
That hits.
For 11 damage.
This grill takes a crossbow bolt to the beak and dies.
And that's my turn.
Okay. Okay. Aaron, we are finally to you, the person who opened the door and started all of this. What would you like to do?
What I really want to do is close the door and say, hey guys, I opened the door and there's a ton of Grell in there, and the next thing I know is some blurs and then a boom and
There was an explosion. I had nothing to do with any of this.
but
Wrong room.
No. Okay.
Prank caller, prank caller.
just slowly close the door. Okay. Well, I will move in here, because I like to be at range, and I don't know. Can I see anything? Because there's like flaming bits, and they're inside their nest.
You can hit any of these guys through the flames. At this point, 6 seconds hasn't even gone by, but this nest is on fire. You can see shapes moving around. You'd be at disadvantage to hit them.
Okay. Well,
Make a perception check.
I'm not too worried about it. My perception is apparently 33.
So
I had clicked the disadvantage button.
from the north, you can just make out the faltering sound of broken common saying, "Are you here? What can I do to help you? Who are you?"
Oh, all right. So I got that. So I've got my bow. I will step. I'm move just a little bit more in here, and look at the guy and say,
So-
"Yeah, I'm here."
You see a Nothic, and he's not aggressive. He is busily clawing at the wall, and in this room, you see that there are a number of scrawled exhortations in deep speech and undercommon covering the walls, floor, and ceiling. And this Nothic is sitting there scratching at the wall. And he turns and looks at you, and he's like, What are you doing here?
We're adventuring to get to the bottom of this and find Alistair. We're just traveling on through, and apparently we're slaughtering a lot of things that look like you.
Yes, don't pay attention. I'm not like the rest. Oh, those girls are bad. Make a persuasion check.
Okay. Because I'm really good at that. 19 is my first roll. Unclick.
He tells you, he says, this level is called Shadow Dusk Hold. There are 3 tiers. This is the deeper into Shadow Dusk you go, the closer you get to the Far Realm. He says, there's a secret room on each tier. I can show you.
Okay.
I will
just
show you.
stay calm and wait a moment, and my friends will come here and we can discuss this.
He comes over and he's like hunched down, and he like comes over like on all fours like Gollum, and he's like pawing at your pant leg, and he says, yes, and his big unblinking eye stares up at you. He goes, I will show you the rooms.
All right, that's the end of my turn. I'm telling you. Stay there.
You're like, fuck this guy, I'm done. Grell, Norte, roll 1d4. So the Grell take another 3 points of damage. The nest is raging, and next turn they will take 1d6 damage. But this Grell is going to move over here and attack Brody. This Grell is going to attack Brody.
Nice.
This Grell is going to attack Telfar. And this Grell is going to
This
attack
girl
Telfar.
goes, wee, wee, wee.
Yes, wee, all the way to its burning home. On Brody, it will make 2 attacks.
Okay.
And it'll miss with a 7 on tentacles. And for beak, shit, it'll miss with the beak.
All right.
Second grill on Brody. 16 to hit for tentacles.
Nope.
God damn it. 10 to hit with beak is a mess. On Telfar, tentacle on the first one. 14 to hit. Probably misses you. Beak.
Yes, it does. 14 misses.
17 to hit with the beak.
Ooh, what's their reach look like, and how tall is the ceiling? Like, you know.
They fly and hover.
Hmm?
They fly and hover. It's 15 feet in the room.
Gotcha. They fly and hover. A 17, you say?
Yes.
Yeah.
Does that hit?
Armor class is 17.
Okay, so beak. He nips at you for 7 points of piercing damage.
I will use my uncanny dodge to cut that melee damage in half.
Okay.
So
All right. Good use. Way to remember.
Yeah, I think that's the first time I've ever remembered to use it. But it's also only the 9th time I've ever been hit, so.
That was the
Here.
that was the first one. Second grill. 17 to hit with tentacles.
Yep.
Oof. For 12 points of piercing damage. And you need to make a DC 11 Constitution saving throw.
Rolling 1d20 minus 1.
And the beak attack misses with an 8.
15 on my con save.
Okay, you are not poisoned for an hour.
And 6 more points of damage. Or can I only do the uncanny dodge once per turn?
Once per turn, yeah. Yep.
Okay.
All right. Cancel. What would you like to do? Your sister. Damn it, Mom, I told you.
Is that what she just said?
Yeah.
There's some stuff there.
Yep, there's some shit going on.
Bang.
Well, in order to do that, you would have to fire outside the room. You could hit here, which would mean that it would be more like that. Well, more like that.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right. So Telfar and Brody need to make dexterity saving throws.
Oh, shit.
The Grell get a 10.
I only got a 15. Son of a bitch.
Duh. You'll take half damage. What Telfar get?
Yeah.
21?
Dexterity saving throw?
Yes. 21.
Okay. So you saved.
You use the body of one of the grills that's biting you to completely nail.
Yes. So Narate, what'd you? Or I'm sorry, not Narate. Cancel. What'd you get for damage? Jesus. Okay, so the Grell are all dead. And the fire is actually put out because all of this debris that was already burning is blown away into nothingness.
And a totally burnt cinders.
Hold on one moment.
What the hell, man?
Now my knees are just a wreck and my back is fucking hurting.
Fireball for the win. You know, if we all just had wands of fireball, we could wander through this whole place. No problem.
You can wander through the whole place, incinerating all the loot.
Yep. Pay to win.
So, this Nothic, you guys see this Nothic pawing at Aaron's pant legs, begging him to allow him to follow with you, to show you where these secret doors are.
All right. Sounds good to me. I'll back out here and say, just stay with me, buddy, and I'll try to keep my body between him and the corpses of all his friends and get him out of this room. And then there's corpses all in this area here, so yeah, there's corpses everywhere. We're screwed.
I'm going to call him Gollum Nothic. He's like, yes, good job, dirty, filthy crows.
Is he a kind of growl or?
He's a Nothic.
No, he's a Nothic.
I mean, so I can look it up.
Nothic, Nothic.
And the grills were the floating brains, and we wiped those guys out.
The Nothics were the guys at the
brain,
tapestry.
feet, and
Or at the,
tentacles.
I did that, but
And I'm sure Norate's checking for loot because, we don't want to leave that behind.
just so everybody knows, this is what. Oop. I will pin this in the chat so you guys can see what a Nothic looks like.
It's an adorable thing.
Oh yes, that is a Nothic.
All eyeballs and spikes, huh?
Yeah, he's all kinds of effort up.
Naturally speaks Undercommon. That's his preferred language.
Yes, and this one though speaks Broken Common as well.
I suspect that anything he speaks is broken.
Yes. Yeah, you, without even needing an insight check, you guys are aware that Gollum Nothic is mentally broken. However, make an Arcana check.
That's something I can do. Let's look on my die. 21.
So on 21, you realize that you understand that Nothics were once arcane spellcasters that were turned into Nothics. You suspect that this guy is a recent. He's had a recent rebirth as a Nothic, and still retains some of his abilities from when he was humanoid. It also fills you with a little bit of dread because he told Aaron that the deeper you go, the closer you get to the far realm. And so it fills you with a little bit of fear that you might actually get turned into a Nothic. That'll be fine.
What's this about the far realm and turning into a Nothic?
Would Cancel turn into a Nothic though? He is a warforged.
He's a Warforged, yeah, so it would be a clockwork Nothic.
Wait, Aaron says. What's this about turning into Nothics?
Forbidden knowledge kind of stuff. Dive too deep, you get corrupted. The basic.
So,
Oh, okay.
Aaron, you took a level of warlock, right?
Yep.
So,
Well, not really. It's forced on me.
right. You have a little bit of knowledge about the Far Realm. You did not accept a patron from the Far Realm, but you know information of others who have. And you know that the Far Realm is a realm of pure chaos.
Oh, crap.
It is far, well, no pun intended, it is far outside of the normal planes of existence. This is where the truly alien crap comes from.
The lurkers in corners and all that sort of Lovecraft stuff.
Like Cthulhu and
Yep.
Nerohotep and Shoggoth.
Haster.
Mm-hmm.
For the fun stuff.
Yes.
You also know that things from the Far Realm generally, and Cancel, you know this from your Arcana check. You know that things from the Far Realm, it's almost like radiation, that it spreads. It's like it will spread mutation like radiation does.
Ugh. So, guys, I asked my compatriots, do you think, could this be why Hallister went nuts?
Possibly.
Did he, like, open a portal to the far realms and get affected over time?
Hmm.
Maybe
Seems like a Hollister thing to do.
Mage. Know that, right?
Most mages don't want to mess with the Far Realm. It's too far out. Too far out there. It is too unpredictable for them to mess with.
Like, no longer magic and just, hey, here's pure chaos in its form.
Right. Now,
Mages in their logic.
to the north, there is a stairwell that goes down. And Gollum Nothic tells you, yes, that goes down to the next tier. Yes. Yes. But that is not
Where's-
that is not where the secret door is on this level.
Okay. Aaron and Telfar are in full agreement that that's not where the secret door is, and we're off looking at the rest of these rooms.
So Gollum Nothic comes running out into the foyer. Says, yes, we can go this way. No, not to the north.
Dangerous?
To the north. He says, no, not dangerous. No.
Well, we'll just do a quick walkthrough.
Okay. So,
Dante is following the Nothic.
okay. So Telfar and Aaron, you listen at the northern door, and you don't hear anything coming from inside.
And we open it, or I open it.
Okay. The curved walls are lined with bas-relief carvings and plaques mounted beneath them, telling you the story of a forgotten Waterdavian family. It tells the story of the Shadow Dusk family. In the north and south alcoves that are raised daises, there are 2 9-foot tall statues. Telfar and Aaron make insight checks.
$24.
for Telfar. You learn from these carvings, and they're little plaques. The bas-relief carvings depict Arandrea, Malween, and Yalrithra Shadow Dusk negotiating trade deals in Waterdeep, exploring Undermountain in their free time, pouring treasure into family coffers, and giving a black tablet to their brother Zerion. The carvings go on to show the original Shadow Dusk hold in Waterdeep set ablaze on fire. Zerion Shadow Dusk escaping into the Underdark with the black tablet, the creation of a new Shadow Dusk hold in the dungeon's depths. Zerion's marriage to his cousin, Lady Margarest, and the married couple stepping through a gate of tentacles into the Far Realm. Me,
Alright.
both Aaron and...
Like a twist story.
You what?
I said, this sounds like a twisted story.
Yeah. Aaron and Telfar make history checks.
We're starting to get a theme here. So 10 for Aaron. He's not a history buff. We're getting a theme here about tentacles and far realms and different families interacting with the.
This portal goes to Japan.
Yeah, it turns out that Telfar's actually heard a story about this one at the tavern.
What'd you get for your history check?
20.
So on a 20, you notice, so you see at the very beginning of this tale of woe on these bas-reliefs, at the very beginning you see what you already know is the symbol of the Shadow Dusk family, which is a upright torch with 3 embers trailing off of it on a purple background. When you get to the end of the story, where Shadow Dusk Hold is rebuilt in Undermountain, where you are right now, that symbol is upside down.
Distress. That's you put the flag upside down for distress. Is the symbol carved in it? Can it be rotated? Just, what the hell? When you see something upside down, you try to rotate it.
No.
Okay.
And meanwhile, out here, Gollum moves over to these double doors. He says, yes, yes, follow me through here. I will take you to the secret room.
Alright, follow.
All right. Yeah. What could possibly go? Yeah. What could possibly go wrong following the idiot monster?
Right?
Wow, that,
So I'm a dork. I keep forgetting that you don't have control of your character, and so I'm like, where did Brody go? Oh yeah, I left him in that room back there.
I'm the poor kid everybody forgets to do.
I know, right? Yeah. So, this is gonna sound really stupid. Speaking of poor kids, not that I'm a poor kid. So I haven't bought new jeans for like 7 years because I haven't needed them. Finally, almost within a week of each other, I got like rips in my jeans, and I'm like, oh, they're 7 years old, so And so I ordered some new jeans, and I'm like, I'm really excited to have new jeans. I'm like, what the hell? Yeah, I'm like, what?
Welcome, you are an adult.
Yeah, I know, right? And I got a new belt and everything. It's gonna be awesome. So,
Man, wild that you should mention it because I just bought like 4 new pairs of the same exact pants, and like it makes me happy every day. I just put on the same pair of pants. I'm like, I know they're all gonna fit. I'm gonna be so comfy.
I know, right? Yeah. I'm like, I love wearing jeans. My wife keeps telling me that, well, I don't know why you keep wearing jeans. They're not comfortable. I'm like, they are. I love wearing jeans. I can lounge in jeans. Yeah. I can't lounge in my boots because they're too heavy, but I can lounge in jeans. So the Golem Nothic opens these double doors. Everybody make a perception check.
$17.
24 for Aaron.
Okay.
Over.
You see, like right here, you guys see a little bluish white light floating around, and as soon as the doors open, this bluish white light stops hovering for a second and then winks out and disappears. And Golem Nothic says, yes, follow me. I take you. And he goes up and stands before these double doors.
Can I roll perception out in the hallway to see if I see, like, any evidence of that light or anything? Or would that be like investigation or anything?
Go ahead and make an investigation check.
$13.
You see nothing. There's no trail in the dust. There's nothing. Before anybody can do anything, these double doors open on their own. And you hear a woman's voice, and she says, "Please don't wait in the hall. Please come in."
I forgot my something.
All right. I mean,
That sounds exciting.
yeah. I mean, what the heck?
You don't usually meet people this nice
Uh-huh.
in the dungeon.
I head right on in.
Succubus.
Oh, well, thank you.
Demons.
Hi, my name's Aaron.
She says, yes, my name is Melisara Shadowdusk. She's a middle-aged woman, and she sits in an easy chair in the northeast corner, reading and muttering to herself in between conversation with you. A canopied bed and an armoire stand against the south wall, and a silk curtain obscures a corridor to the north. The Golem Nothic runs over here and starts scratching at the wall. And he says, right here, there's a secret right here. She said, and Melisara says, "Oh, yes, I see that you found, hold on here, I have a name for him.
That job did nothing.
Oh, I see you've found Ramagant. He was an assistant to Bertrand, and he didn't make it."
So what's the story with Bertrand? Because we've seen a lot of carvings in here and tapestries, and honestly, it looks like the Stardust family has fallen on very hard times.
Do you mean the Shadowdust family?
Or
She says yes. She tells you, she says, all members of the Shadowdust family have come to some extent been corrupted by the Far Realm. To the best of my knowledge, the damage is irreparable. She says other family members living in Shadowdust Cold, including my three cousins, the wizards Berlain, Cassiak, and Bertrand, have also succumbed to the Far Realm.
Then why don't you leave?
You don't seem too terribly affected. Are
And
you okay?
as you're saying that, she continues reading from her book, and she's like, "Oh no, I'm not okay." She says, I fear that the darkness has grabbed a hold of me too. I'm barely clinging to my very sanity. She says, but
before it's too late.
no, it's too late for me. It's not something that will ever let go of me. She says, but you must know, Desmir and Zalthar, you probably saw statues of them in the entrance hall.
Yes.
Yes.
Desmir and Zalthar are Death Knights, and they dwell in the lower tiers of Shadow Dust Cold. Contact with the Far Realm has given Desmir the ability to warp reality around her, and Zalthar, he doesn't have that ability, but he wields a sword that will drain souls.
I want that.
I want that.
She says the lowest tier of Shadow Dust Cold is home to a blue Dracolich in league with the Death Knights. I know that the Dracolich's phylactery is hidden somewhere here, but I don't know where. You must put a stop to Desmir and Zalthar. They threaten to take over Waterdeep.
Oh, we're gonna kill them then.
And if they take over Waterdeep, Hallister Blackcloak will manipulate them from afar. And he will be the new Shadow Lord of Waterdeep.
That sounds like something that definitely shouldn't happen.
We are here. We will do our best, ma'am. Are you going to be okay here?
Oh, I've been here for some time. I'm always okay. No, it's okay. It's okay. No. Yes, I'll be fine.
I'm going to do
Is there anything Narote can do to at least make it so she's even a tiny bit less insane?
Do you have access to Greater Restoration?
I do.
Okay, you could cast Greater Restoration on her. However, make
I
a
would only.
make a insight check.
Okay.
and I'm going to, while he's doing that, I'm going to check out this book she's reading. I'll even ask her.
29. That's insane.
So on a 29, you realize that unless you can cast Greater Restoration on her, but one or two things. One, if she doesn't leave here, then she will be forever corrupted by the influence of the Far Realm. And two, you're not sure. Because what you have learned, what you've learned about the Far Realm is that it's like a radiation. You don't know that the Greater Restoration on her will hold. So it would be like, like curing cancer, but then still being next to a chunk of uranium. You don't know that she won't just go crazy again. And she tells you that she says, please, the curtain to the north, please, don't bother my husband, Darian. Darian is quite afflicted by the Far Realm. He hasn't mutated yet, but he's quite insane, and he sometimes is prone to outbursts when he thinks that I'm in danger. So please don't go to the north.
Okay. I think that we can make it so that you don't go insane. If you can leave, we can give you proper treatment, and we can...
Just a constant source of Greater Restoration. Like every week you have to come in for another Greater Restoration. That could get expensive.
A booster shot.
A booster shot, yeah. Hope you got good health insurance.
I am going to cast Greater Restoration on her.
Okay. So you cast Greater Restoration on her, and it clears her mind for a time. And she says, "Oh, thank you." So, Aaron, the book that she was reading is a. Hold on, I gotta look at this. It is a notebook with scrawling circular pattern that's written in common, undercommon, and deep speech in a circular pattern, basically her detailing her fall into madness from dealing with the Far Realm. And it details that below somewhere is the black tablet that Zarian took from the burning house in Waterdeep, and they replaced it down here in Undermountain. The Nothic, Golem Nothic, scratches at the door and opens up the secret door to 11. In here, you find a long bookcase with glass doors taking up the northern wall. A sturdy writing desk covered in stacks of parchment stands against the east wall, and there's a workbench near the south wall that holds a set of alchemist supplies. The bookcase holds texts on various arcane subjects, focusing on evocation magic and planar travel. 3 of the texts are valuable. They're worth 100 gold pieces each. They're titled Tenebris and the True Path to Lichdom, Musings of a Planar Traveler, and the last is Touched by the Far Realm, a Wizard's Lamentable Descent into Lunacy. Tucked among these mundane spell tomes, or these mundane tomes, you find Melisara's spellbook, which bears the correct side up Shadow Dusk family crest on the cover. She is an archmage, but in addition to that, in the spellbook, you have the access to the spells Arcane Lock and Glyph of Warding. The desk holds an orderly stack of notes. Half of the notes detail meticulous magical experimentations and studies regarding the nature of the Far Realm. The other notes are nonsensical ravings that hint at a fractured mind slowly coming undone. The bottom drawer holds a small black journal. The first page of the book the first page of the book contains incantations for a Glyph of Warding. The journal details Melisara's unease with her family, as well as her growing fear of losing her mind and soul to the Far Realm. She seems desperate to use her writings in the journal as a touchstone to her own mind.
Can I make a charisma check to try to convince her to leave this terrible place?
So when you bring that up, she tells you that she will not leave her beloved husband, Darian. Darian is quite touched.
It is 10 o'clock.
It is.
A good spot to call it.
Let's go ahead and break here,
All right.
and we will pick this up next week.
Very cool. Well, thank you, Chris.
You're very welcome.
Thank you, Chris.
And next week is In the Flesh.
Yes, so next week, if you guys are amenable to it, next week will be in the flesh. We will be sitting around the table actually playing the game like it was intended to be played.
Okay.
I'm there.
Yeah? Yeah, I'm kind of excited about that too.
And I will be wearing a mask for other people's benefit. I personally don't care. But
Yeah,
anyone that's sensitive to that, I'll be wearing a mask.
I will be attempting to wear a mask as much as possible.
Well, Liam's probably not going to be at the next 3 sessions. I'm dropping him off to spend a couple of weeks with his grandparents next weekend, and we get some 2 weeks of no kid time.
Wow!
I know. 2 weeks, 0 children, hasn't happened in 2 years.
Holy shit.
Oh man.
So you'll be on a bender.
I know.
Yeah. So-
Get love fest up in here.
all right then.
Yeah, but anyways, I will probably be able to join you next week, and if not, I'll be participating via Skype or whatever, long distance.
Yep, we can make that happen. I can do the hybrid model, where we point the phone at the table and do it that way.
I will figure out some way to participate
So-
next week. But
So if it's not Telfar and Aaron being here, Aaron will be here. What about Thrick and Cancel?
We won't be there.
Well, if that's the case, then do we want to just do online again next week? Because I mean, the only other person, it would be Carl and Gabe here. So do we want to just do online again? Or do we want to eyeball that this week and make a decision on it? What was that?
Yeah, I guess it.
Well, I mean,
Wrong with either one, but I guess it depends on if Telfar's going or not.
yeah, I mean, it depends. I mean, if we've got, I'm just saying that if there's less than 3 people, then it's really, I mean, we might as well just do another online game. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So yeah, I'd be down for online one more week.
How do you feel about that, Carl? Or do you really want to play in person?
Oh, I'm fine. We can go online. I'm just happy to play.
Yeah. Okay.
I think online's better in terms of socializing and all that jazz. But you're right. I mean, if it's just like one extra person to what you're usually sitting there for, it's kind of weird. So,
Yeah.
works
So.
for me.
What I will do is I will talk to Alyssa, because I think she
Okay.
already dropped out, and we will figure it out. But I'll let you guys know this week. But like I said, if there's only going to be 2 people, then we might as well just do another online session.
Okay. Well,
Okay.
I'm always up for in the flesh. So we'll just do it when it makes sense.
Okay.
I'm always on the pro column.
Okay. I will talk to her and let you guys know. I will post in the Facebook group.
Alrighty.
All right. Have a good night, guys.
All right. Bye.
Night.